Word up. Once again, your man right back at you, man. DL Smith, the Giant Killer. Word Life Movement. Word Life wanting the place to be. And yo, check it out, man. I got something new, hot off the press right here, straight out of the Word of God, directly for the movement and for the people of God. And right here, man, y'all ain't gotta wait not another second, man. Y'all finna get what's real and raw right here. You know what I mean? Directly out of the Word of AHIYAH right here. And yo, I just clarified earlier that, check it out, there's a lot of mishap within, you know what I'm saying, the word itself and even the name. You know him as God, but in the Hebrew his name is AHIYAH, which means I am. And yo, we're gonna jump off into this new upload that I got going on right here, straight out of the LoveWalk development series. This is part 8 of Agape's attack, and I'm about to continue on what I had talked about last time around. I noticed I had talked to y'all about the sight of God. The sight of God, not with your naked eye, because a lot of us ain't seen God with our naked eye. But in the day of rebirth, in the day of reconciliation, and in the day of redemption in your heart, or that spiritual man, or that spirit, or that ruach, that inner man has eyes. I had talked to y'all before about that. Yo, if you didn't get to hear what I said, yo, check out the last upload for those that checked it out. But meanwhile, yo, I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all the real deal about the sight of God. Now I'm right here. I got the word right here. The 66 books right here in my lap right here. I got the bread right here, ready to lock and load on y'all, ready to go ahead and bust on y'all the real deal. This is the sight of God. This is what your heart's eyes see of God. This is what visualizes God. Your inner man, your spirit to his spirit, the Holy Spirit, the Ruach. But check it out right here. I'm gonna start off at 1 Corinthians 13, and I'm gonna start off at verse 4. And if you notice, if you got your word on you, you'll notice that it starts off with love is patient. Capital L-O-V-E, capital L-O-V-E is who love is. This is AHIYAH. This is the one that you know as God. You understand what I'm saying? Capital L-O-V-E means him. He is patient, meaning that he can put up with you, meaning that he can put up with all the lawlessness and craziness and madness that's in this world today, all the crud that's going on in the world today, all the crap that you're seeing, man, within the world and within the structured church, all the madness that you see, man, that is right before you, going on in front of your very eyes, man, is the stuff that God is putting up with, that AHIYAH is putting up with. He's putting up with a lot, not only from your people, but most of all with you and with me myself. I can put myself in that same boat and know that yes, he's patient. He's patient, meaning that he ain't just sitting back, you know, and with his legs, with his feet and legs propped up. But no, this attitude of patient means that he is constantly the same. He's the same today, he's the same yesterday, and he will be the same in the future. He'll be the same tomorrow. You know what? He's patient, meaning that he's giving you time to get yourself together. And he's keeping the same attitude of knowing that since he loves you, since he is love, he is the one that can base everything in your life the way that it needs to go and the way that it needs to form in the fashion of who he is. Now check it out. Now, the action of love in the same verse, in verse 4, the action of love. Notice this is lowercase love, L-O-V-E. Love is kind. The action off of who he is, since he's being patient now, the action off of him is to be kind, or to treat people with the common respect that you would want. You don't want nobody coming up to you, you know what I'm saying, going all off on you just because they feel like they can go off on you or talk to you in the kind of way that they want to go about doing what they want to do to you and acting all out uncouth and just ain't got no head or nothing like that, man. Now dig it. It's saying love is kind. It's saying that you treat people in the fashion of how you want to be treated, and as God treats you, how he wants to treat you, or as AHIYAH wants to treat you, how you want to be treated. He's going to deal in that fairness of love and patience with kindness, the act of being kind, the act of, you know what I'm saying, showing people respect. And as you respect people, you respect him, and as you respect him, you respect people. But as you're kind, giving off kindness, giving off that vibe of, you know what I'm saying, that vibe that everybody, you know what I'm saying, want to be around. You know what I'm saying? That's what sets, you know what I'm saying, true Hebrews and Christian people alike. Although it's all of the same vein, but notice this right here. This is what sets you apart when you deal in kindness. When you deal, you know what I'm saying, with a fair heart and give people the utmost respect that you want to be respected with. Now, it goes on to say love. Now, love, the capital L, it goes on to say in verse 4, it goes on to say it does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. Now, check this out. You know, envy is a mug. I'm going to say that one more time, man. Envy is a mug. People envy because they ain't got nothing else to show up for themselves. So when they see, you know what I'm saying, that you have something, you know what I'm saying, and you know you're anointed and appointed, and you're reaping results, and you're doing things out of the way that he wants you to do it, and you're living by the greatest commandment, which is love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and all your strength. Deuteronomy, check it out, Deuteronomy 6:5 and Matthew 22:37 through 40. You check it out, you go back and look for yourself, and you'll see that the old rap is the new rap. And it all coincides off who love is. But check it out. It goes on to tell you that it does not envy. Man, meaning that it don't care nothing about what you got. It don't care nothing about who you know. It don't care nothing about where you think you're going. It don't care nothing about how much money you got. It really don't care nothing about being a part of the status quo. It's just something that says he's above all that. Because, you know what I'm saying, his mind is far more infinite, you know what I'm saying, than his creations. You know what I'm saying? Men envy. Women envy. Children, when they don't know no better, they envy. Teenagers envy all the time, you know, shootings and killings because somebody got something that you ain't got. Well, you know, it gives you it gives the person of lawlessness to go ahead and take something that's not theirs because they envy that, or they have a hard liking to, if you will. Almost a lust, if you will. So check it out right here. And it says it does not boast. Now, you know, a lot of folk do this these days where they bragging and talking about they got this, they got that. Big deal. Love don't boast. The love who is God doesn't have to boast. After all, it's all his to begin with, baby. It's all his to start with. Everything that's of this earth and everything in it and every one of it is his anyhow. So he ain't got to boast. He ain't got to put up he ain't got to sell you no wolf ticket. He ain't got to talk about how big and bad he is. He is who he is. He is I am. He's AHIYAH. Know that right there. You know what I'm saying? So it don't have to boast. It don't have to shoot big shot on you. Can you dig it? It ain't got to do all that. You know what I'm saying? This is the sight of God, man. I'm showing you all out there. This is what God looks like. This is what AHIYAH looks like. You know what I'm saying? The characteristics of man are all but, you know what I'm saying, but foolishness to him. And if you can craft yourself, you know what I'm saying, in his likeness, and if you can craft yourself into his way of being, and you start looking like these attributes that I'm bringing out, then you'll notice that the more and more you go by this right here, you'll look like love yourself. Now check it out. It says that it is not proud, or, you know what I'm saying, it ain't got no false vanity. Can you dig it? It ain't got no kind of, you know what I'm saying, no false acts of I'm better than you. And you know, and if you get what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, people in the world and in the church coincide off of this. They always, you know what I'm saying, walking around with the big head. You know what I'm saying? Always walking around with a rap group back in the day. You say they named their album called The Balloon Mind State. You know what I'm saying? The big head, you know what I'm saying? The balloon mind state, the big head, the fat head. Like they all this and all that. You know, you're proud. And it goes on in verse 5 to say, and it is not rude. How many rude people do you know? How many people do you know what I'm saying, try to show out, you know what I'm saying, just because they got to have an audience, or they got to just go off just to go off and just be plain up moody Rudy. It got to be nasty in everything that you do. This is what love looks like, man. It don't envy, it don't boast, it ain't rude, and it's not self-seeking. Self-seeking are those people that's always trying to climb up the ladder for their own promotion, when all along it adds up to demotion. You don't do it for nobody else's interest. You do it for your own. You do it because, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to get there, and you got to connive and seek. And self-seeking is that thing where you got to connive and do what you got to do, you know what I'm saying, to go through every crack, you know what I'm saying, and talk down who you got to talk down just so you can boost yourself up. That ain't love. That's lust. Self-seeking, that's another attribute. It is not easily angered, meaning that it's not puffed up. I talked about that in the last upload. It's not puffed up. It ain't easily angered. You know, people get offended. I'm gonna talk about that later on, man. I'm gonna talk about love without offense. That's coming up next, man. That's gonna be on down the line. But love without offense, man, or easily angered. You know, anger is offense. When people, you know what I'm saying, get somebody that's up in their zone, get up in their grill and talk this and talk that, you know what I'm saying, all of a sudden you snap. You come out in the flesh. You're attacking the flesh instead of attacking in the spirit. Instead of attacking in agape, you're attacking in the flesh. You come with anger because you feel like this is power. Anger is not power. Anger is weakness. It is manipulation. And this is why, you know what I'm saying, this is a highest attribute right here. He's not easily angered. Because when his anger finally shows up, oh, everybody gonna know what time it is. But he's not easily angered. He's patient, man. He's dealing with it. And who better to deal with you or me or anybody else and of the world than AHIYAH, than God? Because he ain't easily angered. He ain't worried about all this craziness, although it's getting ready to come to a bitter end for a whole lot of us. So that's why it's important that everybody start walking in his love. That everybody, you know what I'm saying, start taking up the love walk and start attacking in the agape, because this is what's going to set apart the word, the people of the word against people of the world. This is what it's all about right here. This is what it's all about. 66 books and the books that have been taken away, mind you. This is a big deal right here. A lot of folk feel like, well, you know, we ain't got to read the Bible in order to get what we got to get. Oh, yeah, we do. You got to get the books and all that's been taken out of it. You got to get back to we got to get ready to relearn and re-educate, because this is what it's all about, man. This is what it comes down to in the end. Who do you look like? Do you have the sight of God? Do you see you in what you do, or do you see God in what you do? Because this is the most powerful thing right here, the most important commandment, and there are 10, and then there's one more that overshadows all, and that is the commandment of love, that the love walk. This is what is orchestrated in right here. In order to see him, you got to see him with the eyes of your heart. You got to see him with your spiritual eyes. You have to see him with your inner man. You have to become blood bought and baptized and redeemed in the name of AHIYAH, in the name of Yeshua, in the name of Jesus Christ. You have to come into this and know that your new life starts all the more for the better. And I dig this right here, and I'm going to get ready to end it off. I'm going to get ready to let y'all go, and y'all go do your thing or whatever you're going to get ready to do afterwards. But it says here that love does not keep record of wrongs. And this is the end of this off. How many people do you know that done did you wrong? I'm finna get up in your face. How many people did you know that done did you wrong? How many people do you know that has stolen from you? How many people that you know that done told you that you never be nothing? How many people have you known to tell you that you will never amount to anything? How many people have you known that have went behind your back, said this, said that about you, this, that, and the third? This is all human emotion, man. This is all human garbage that we carry around. But it don't carry no, love does not carry a record of wrongs, man. Meaning that the stuff that done been done to you, it may happen again. But why hold on to it? Let it go and live a life of love, man. Get the agape and start attacking in the things that cause these things to be not as though they were. Start attacking in this love. This is what's going to set you apart from the rest of the world, and all truth is right here in the word. This is the sight of God. LoveWalk Development 8. Yo, your man right here, the giant killer, DL Smith. Yo, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and now on Instagram. Yo, y'all get it in, man. Yo, peace. Shalom, Baruch King.